Hello, this ought to be Carmageddon 2, if we're lucky. Hope everyone is witnessing the glory of this game from, what, 2000, 1999 or something? A long time ago. Let's check out that deep, engaging story. Oh no, not the sheep. Kill all the humans you want, but leave that sheep alone. The sheep made it. It lives to sheep another day. And in the end, that's all that matters. So that was totally pointless, because this game is totally pointless. You don't play Carmageddon to experience any sort of point. What we have unlocked right now are these 3 levels. They don't really tell us much of anything about what's going on, what we're meant to do. So instead, I've played this game quite a bit, actually. There we go. This is a completed segment of the first chapter, as this game is separated into chapters. So I have 2 cars. Let's take the default car. We're not allowed to pick the lady character. I forget her name. Diana? That was it. So yeah, she's just gone. Max damage is your only starting character, and I spent a lot of money to get Razorback as well. Razorback is terrible. So we'll stick with the default car for now, which has lost its buzzsaw on top. Tragically, that was the coolest part of the design. Let's just see what this game's all about.
4, 3,
Clearly, it's a racing game,
1, go!
where it is ideal to start off going in reverse because you gotta kill everybody. Off to a pretty good start. This being the first level, they usually start you off against ridiculously weak vehicles. And then you just get to bumper car with them for a while. So I pointed out a bunch of little changes. One of the big changes is the pedestrians, which I still haven't seen any. Now I need to buy a recovery. There's the pedestrians. They're 3D, they're not sprites in this game. Kinda like the look of them. They're terrible polygonal models, but charming in a way. One of the other drivers managed to waste themselves off screen. now we need to take out pedestrians because it gives you extra time. And points, of course. Someone in chat mentioned Death Race. I can't believe I didn't mention it when I played the first Carmageddon. Because clearly, Death Race 2000 was a gigantic inspiration for this game series. In addition to Twisted Metal. But primarily Death Race 2000. In fact, the sequel to this game is called Carmageddon TDR 2000. And I think the implication is that TDR stands for the Death Race, in reference to the film Death Race 2000. But the game itself insists that it stands for Total Destruction Racing 2000. They're not fooling anybody. We got big head mode. We've got weapons. So I complained a lot when I played the original Carmageddon. I didn't really like the fact that we gotta ram people in order to actually fight them. Ends up being pretty tedious. So what I wanted the game to be was Twisted Metal, and the only thing it was missing was weapons, so this game added weapons. The weapon we have right now is just a thing that kills civilians. Everything already kills civilians, so that's not a big deal. But it's kind of fun. I was kind of not subtle about how much I hated the original Carmageddon. This one I'll go ahead and say right now, I kind of like it. It's not changed very much, but the changes they made all seem to have made it a little bit better. And it still feels like Carmageddon, so people who like Carmageddon still tend to like this game quite a bit. It appeased me in a way that didn't piss off its fans, who, like, rightfully like Carmageddon the way it is. Because it's its own thing. Most of my complaints about the original Carmageddon were, this is not Twisted Metal. But I have Twisted Metal. We don't need more Twisted Metal. We do need more Twisted Metal now. But we did not in 1997 or 8 or whenever that came out. There was plenty at that time. So the fact that Carmageddon could scarcely be more dissimilar to a Twisted Metal game, A-okay in my book. Now, it's still tedious to ram enemies to death. But we do have these tools to help us, like this. A kangaroo jump. We have very limited usages on the kangaroo jump. Found the beaver bank. I don't really want to go into the beaver bank, but I guess I will. Because the beaver bank has millions of credits inside. 7,400 credits from that single pickup. Now, the edge of the vault is elevated just enough that you can't just drive over it, and if you try, you'll probably get stuck. If you have a lot of speed, you can usually get out of there. But if you've chosen a vehicle that isn't as fast as this one, you're kind of screwed. Unless you have the kangaroo jump like I do. Because even if you use a recovery, it recovers you inside the bank vault. Also, it crosses the moral event horizon that Twisted Metal always refused. You can kill dogs. And knock their giant heads off. Also, I believe TDR 2000 is notorious, even among Carmageddon fans, for being a horrible game. So I don't think I will continue my journey through Carmageddon series. But I do consider this to be a massive improvement over the original. And the only reason I haven't killed all the enemies yet is because I'm exploring. Let's go kill them. Okay, one of them is below me, which means they're below the bridge. Which means it's gonna be real hard to get to them. What can I do to get to them? I can just drive in. Yep, there he is. If I use the afterburner that I have, it will cause me to lose all control of my vehicle. As is happening pretty much right now. But I righted this terrible car. The warbly screen effect sucks. We're practically in an unwinnable state here because I brought this vehicle over to where you basically can't do anything. But we did get a pedestrian killing laser. Now I just gotta drive close to them, and they all die. That'll get you a lot of points very quickly. So, it's too frustrating to try and kill the guy who's underwater now. So I'm not even going to try to win this. I did find out that you can damage yourself enough to die from damage in this game. But they also added that if you hit something like... If I were to hit the side of this divider at a very high speed, even if I had full health, my vehicle would split in half and I would die instantly. No chance to repair. There was a new Carmageddon game in 2015. It's another one that even most Carmageddon fans agree is terrible. It has been a rough couple of decades for car combat, unfortunately. So yeah, all like the Xbox 360, PS3 era car combat games that exist, I don't have a lot of interest in. There we go, that's how you split your car in half. It's one of the few ways to lose in this game. Let's go on to Rocky 2, which is a much less hilarious title for the level. There we go. Start button. This drops us into a quarry. Who are our enemies? There's a specific enemy that I want to see. I've only ever seen it in the quarry. And I don't see it now. So I think I'm going to reset. This guy immediately blew himself up somehow. So we would be off to a great start if I did not intend to reset already. Let's drop out of there. Try this again. It does spawn sometimes different enemies. Still don't see the vehicle I'm looking for. It'll be very obvious when it shows up. None of you. At least this doesn't take very long on modern computers. I'll make this the last one. Yeah, so there's a guillotine mobile.
3, 2,
And I couldn't get this show up. This cool Mustang I actually own on my most completed save file, which I will be loading up a little later, so that we can check that out. Check out some of the later levels as well, because right now we only have 3 levels unlocked. And one of those levels is just a return to Beaver City. So I won't even be playing that one. I want to get the enemies stuck on the mountain. Let's head back here. Fight him in the quarry. Once we get 1 kill, we'll be all set for time. Until then, I gotta grind pedestrians for a while. You gotta do a very specific maneuver to spin your vehicle around like that. There's like a sharp turn button and a wheel spin button. You have to brake at the same time and switch the direction that you're holding mid-turn. Otherwise, you just do a full 360 spin and end up right where you already were. This indeed is how Carmageddon is meant to be played. We can drop ourselves back on our wheels if we end up on 2. But if we end up on our roof, we do have to do a full recovery for 2,000 bucks. This guy's still at 93%. So we do get to see his health bar at the bottom of the screen. Short of getting specific power-ups, there's not a lot we can do about it. Oh, hey. We're here too. We're in status, searching the area. You wasted them. One thing I like about this game is that it's so edgy. It's trying so hard to offend everybody. Just everything it can do to be nasty and unpleasant, it goes for. But when you kill somebody, it says you wasted them, as in you wasted them. Singular they pronouns in the mid-90s. In case anyone still thinks they were invented this year. And that's because some of the drivers are female, and they didn't want to draw 2 different text boxes. So they just say, you wasted them. Rightfully so. Hello, Fishy Galaxy. Thank you for showing up to whatever I'm doing right now. Repeatedly driving at arbitrary vehicles that have been assigned to me. I like the cutscenes in Manhunt, but yeah, I showed them off in my Let's Play. They need to be seen once, probably not any more than that. Oh, this thing's already dead. Why am I ramming it? It looks perfectly fine, except for the fact that it's on fire. Probably could have done more to indicate the vehicle was wrecked beyond repair. So, where is anybody? The enemy AI tends to just wander around and get lost. But the guy I'm locked onto is taking a breather, biding his time. He's legitimately not even trying to fight me. At least they have the minimap tell you all that information, so you know generally what's going on. There's somebody. It's that damn muscle car that I can't break. And he fell into the quarry again. Uh-oh. I'm alive. It's kind of funny that I said I like this game, but it is still definitely boring. You may also have noticed there's no music, just screaming and crashing. There's supposed to be music, and I have not deactivated it. It just isn't playing right now because of some kind of glitch. It's kind of a good thing it doesn't play music, though, because all of it is by Iron Maiden. It's just full Iron Maiden songs with the vocals still, which are great, but not good for streaming or videos. Also, there are 3 songs by an artist called Sentience. And good luck finding out anything about an artist called Sentience from the late 90s. Who did like hard techno or something. Because there are 1,000 bands named Sentience, and you're never going to find the specific one who contributed music to this game. I certainly couldn't. This game has the Trooper, very importantly. And then some other songs that I'd never heard before, but they're, like, still popular songs. I just don't know my Iron Maiden very well. Which is a personal failing, I fully admit. All the Iron Maiden I've heard, I've liked quite a bit. I didn't notice there might have been an opponent named Genitalia, but yeah, that's real in line with what I expect. Gruesome. The, like, attempts to be offensive were actually seemingly reduced a little bit in this game. They feel more like mischievous scamps than actually like mean-spirited nihilists, the way they did in the first game. So even the sense of humor I tend to like a little more in this version. It's still not great. It's not intolerable either. How did he survive? He's got 2 HP left. Sooner or later, this muscle car is gonna die. There we go. Oh, he hit the edge of the thing. Can't even joust. He's driving so horribly, I can't even tell what he's trying to do. What we need is a turbo button and weapons that we can use on command. Like Twisted Metal. But instead, both turbo and weapons you can choose to use are very limited resources. Die already. Now we can recover for free. Pedestrians are ghosts. And this car with a shark fin has been upside down the entire race. Definitely got to beat at least one level. Getting disturbingly close to beating this level. The last two non-wasted vehicles are right here. Not going anywhere. There we finally go. And shark fin has to go. Yep, that's genitalia for you. Never noticed that, but oh boy. And she's dead. There's our fanfare. I'm just gonna skip it, because I have that option. Cannot afford Blood Riviera, but I have it on my main profile. What else we got? Street Machine, that's a terrible name. Blood 3. Jet Car. And the Buzzmobile. We can actually afford this one, but it's horrible. So, Boulder Dash. Anytime you complete a set of 3 levels, you unlock a mission. You have to beat the mission in order to move on to the next group, which will have new levels and a new mission. Let's see what our mission is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
It's a literal race. They don't count pedestrian deaths, and there are no enemies to waste, so you literally have to go through all the checkpoints. That's the only way to complete this. And you cannot increase your time. So you just have 5 minutes to run laps around the quarry. The time limit is actually very, very tight, and I had a hard time beating this the first time. Fortunately, I have beaten it, so we don't have to watch this. I guess I'll try and do 1 lap. Already off to a very bad start. But at this point, it would be pretty close to impossible to win the race. Should be the same course that we are expected to take if we were to actually complete the race in the mission we just saw. So yeah, if you want to play this as a racing game, you're doing it wrong, but this is what it would look like. And this is where we started. 1 full lap. More than enough racing for 1 day. Yeah, I did not like the race mission. I was kind of pissed that they made me do that. But I did it. Then I was able to go on to Group 2, which is right here. Group 2 has Twin Shrieks. I think this is the only new level added in this segment. And as such, let's check it out.
5,
I do not have a ton of levels unlocked
3,
in this game.
2, 1, go!
There's our guillotine. It's dead already. What a shame. Although actually that guillotine is extremely hard to kill. It has millions of HP. It's a like super top tier vehicle. So getting it to explode in 1 hit there, it's quite lucky. Here we have the Twin Shrieks Hospital for the horribly sick. Really horribly sick, even. There's one of the missions that I haven't done yet, which is the patients have escaped from the hospital. So you have to go around town and kill all of them. And that time limit seems impossibly tight. I tried playing through that one a bunch of times and I just couldn't do it. Not even close. You have to go to every corner of this map. Including, like, in the far off distance, way over... down this way. Let's head out there. I don't think I've unlocked a mission called Trucking Hell. I did unlock a mission with a flying train. Just stuck partially in the ground. I see that happen all the time, actually. Almost feels intentional. I know there's a level called Pissed Off. P-I-S-T-E. It's like a pun. But like a vulgar pun. Everyone's favorite. No one wants to come fight me out here, but... if I were to play that mission with the escaped mental patients, I'd have to climb these mountains on either side of me by going through this pathway, which is a long, winding path up to the top of the mountains, and then you have to, like, do platforming on the mountains. And the controls are super hard in this game. I'm very bad at them, but even if you mastered them, they're not conducive to platforming. Hey, the train made it down to the track. Good for you. Unfortunately, one of the enemy cars is behind the train. Maybe if I drive far enough away, it'll... oh, it started moving. Cow shook his head no, as I approached. Always a cute detail. But you gotta go, cow. I think we can finally correct that the sheep survived the intro. There we go. Perfect. Train is having an abnormally hard time today. But I have a kangaroo jump. So if I line this up right, I can actually get out of here. Like that. Now I can kill these guys. There's still 4 enemies left. I think I'm on the default medium difficulty, which they changed the names of the difficulties in this game. I should check that out, because they were embarrassingly edgy in the first game. And they're still embarrassingly edgy. They're just different. I don't really know what the difficulty changes specifically. Could just make harder enemies appear, or it could give them better AI. Or it could give them way more HP, I don't know. You're dead. And where's the next one? Oh, right in front of me. Bam. Easy win. But someone appears to have not climbed the mountain. Good. It just went around the mountain. You know, easy difficulty might actually make the escape mental patient level easier, now that you mention it, yeah. I could give that a shot if I want to continue playing this game. And honestly, I'm not opposed to continue playing this game. Like I said, I kind of like it. It's a little tedious right now. There's not a lot to show off or anything changing from level to level. But this gameplay loop is kind of fun. I get it. It makes sense. It doesn't actually have to be as long and slow as I'm making it. There we go. With the wheel spin, you can get yourself back on your feet. I'm actually very close to winning this level. Haven't killed any elk yet. What's this last guy doing? Buzz lightweight. Perfect. At least I should be able to kill him rather quickly once I find him. If he's such a lightweight. Oh, he went back to the starting area. Yeah, he's fast. He's way faster than I am. But he's biding his time, apparently. If I fall down here, will I be any closer to him? Looks like it. Look at that lightweight. He's got like a green shirt and a purple helmet. Just like his namesake. Patrick Warburton would be proud. As I don't acknowledge anyone else playing Buzz Lightyear. Yes, victory conditions are hitting all the checkpoints. 4 times in a row. So that's completing the race. Killing every single pedestrian, of which there are 584. And the easiest, fastest one, killing all your opponents. Which is still neither easy nor fast. Especially because Buzz drove away again. What the hell, Buzz? Why have you opted not to play the game today? There we go. On my wheels. Ready to one-shot this guy? Yeah! Beautiful. I called it. And then I fell in the water. Where I will remain for the rest of my days. Here's how the poor guillotine mobile ended up. Forking Ada. It's very, very expensive, otherwise I would have bought it already. Because it's a real crowd pleaser. And the usuals. The Buzzmobile. And Thunder Bucket. And the Bimmer. We hadn't seen those before. They're junk. So, no other new levels. This one's in the city, where we started off. And yeah, this one's in the quarry, so... Same old, same old. Let's see what Eye of the Beaver is. Destroy all the rooftop satellites. This one also took me a while.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
So this is an entirely platforming-based mission. I mentioned that platforming is horrible in this game, right? So what we gotta do is go from rooftop to rooftop. This is the first place I've found where you can get one of these. Extra power, that is a permanent stat increase for all the vehicles that you own. There are 2 of those in this level. There's extra power and extra, like, damage, or whatever it's called. So we gotta break this. Then, gonna drive around tediously. Line ourselves up on this ramp. And try and jump over to this rooftop, but fail miserably. Then it'll just leave us on the ground floor. If I recover, it sends me back up. So yeah, this is actually very difficult. There are a lot of these satellites, and it takes a long time to kill them all. And once again, the time limit is very tight. So even if I tried, I would not be able to win this one either. Off we go. That is all of that mission we need to see, because I did beat it. Took forever. That unlocked Group 3. Where we've got a junkyard level, and the woods, and the quarry again. And Blood Riviera. See what the junkyard level's all like. I honestly forget. I've clearly beaten it.
5, 4,
Yep, she died immediately.
2, 1.
Not quite. She keeps braining herself on the side of the car. Oh, interesting. Got a little area with a bunch of garbage inside. Oh, I'm too fast. So this vehicle feels like better than the starting vehicle in a lot of ways. It's 99% the same, but it's seemingly a little faster overall. And hits a little harder when you crash into people. Whereas that brown vehicle with the roll cage, that one just seems worse than the starting vehicle in every way. The description of it said it had more power than other vehicles, but in my experience, it certainly did not. Get off the wall, Sharkfin. Not gonna call you by your official name, because it's embarrassing. It demeans us all that a vehicle would be named that. I mean, the driver's named that, not the vehicle. Why couldn't she be more like Lady B? She's got class. Cut to whatever her artwork is drawn like. And it's horrifying. I have to imagine. I'm not actually going to look up any of the characters and what they're supposed to look like in this game. I'd rather not know. Oh, there's the instant handbrake. That was so fast that I thought the game froze. But no, I just have the ability to stop instantaneously whenever I want. For another, what, 10 seconds? What's this do? See where this tunnel lets out. Ooh, a white dog that we can kill. And the pedestrian annihilator. It's the same as the laser that automatically kills all pedestrians that you drive past, but it's manually activated and has very limited usage. Yep, that was all of it. I wonder if there are any YouTube videos of anyone killing all the pedestrians in this level. Because it's over 1,000. It probably gets worse from here. I love the way it distorts their scream as you transform them. So goofy. So yeah, this is a silly game. Trying to be all edgy. And it is. It's also very goofy. Here we go. The automatic kill everyone laser. Wish it killed the other drivers as well. But at this moment, this is the only other level that I have unlocked. So, we're probably done with our luck once I am sufficiently fed up with the junkyard here. Because the other mission that I have is the one that I can't beat. It's the escape mental patient level. Making the world a nicer place. Stainless Software Limited. The company that made this video game. Checkpoint number 6. Hadn't heard the wrong checkpoint sound effect in this game yet. Had to show that off. I have absolutely no idea how far away all the pedestrians are. Pedestrians, other drivers. Opposite of pedestrians. Let's try and find anybody. Apparently, there are enemies back where I was? Where were they when I was there? Give me a real weapon. There are like mines in this game and things you can actually shoot at people to kill them very, very fast. You don't just have to turn them into pinballs. Universal punishment for everybody. Oh god. Okay, I really thought it was gonna bounce me upwards when I hit that wall. I've never been bounced out of bounds, but I have been bounced ridiculously high. Ooh, they're grooving. Opponent repulsificator. So now if I find an enemy, I can bounce them. Where I once bounced a pedestrian. So this is a perfect setup. We get really, really close. Killed her immediately. Normally a single shot from the repulsificator does not kill and doesn't even do very much damage, but if you can launch all three at the same time, sometimes they go into space and die. I think this vehicle with the 4 big wheels was in the first game, if I'm not mistaken. Seems familiar. Not a lot of recurring vehicles from the first game, though. It's very different from the original. Like I said, mostly in good ways. So, who's left? Someone behind me. Just take my pseudo Mr. Grimm. Try and kill them. With the afterburner, it's possible we'll do it very quickly, or that something horrible will happen to me, because the afterburner is impossible to control. Get away from me a little bit. There it is. Yeah, the Afterburner just gives you a ridiculous amount of speed. So much so that it pops your front tires off the ground. You just sort of go flying if you're not careful with the Afterburner. I thought that was the last enemy, but no, there's one more. Are they extremely far away? Yes. But they're in a part of the map that I haven't seen yet, so let's take a quick look at that. It's funny this level is called the Junkyard, but that appears to take up a very, very insignificant portion of the level. Definitely avoiding power-ups. Which, to be fair, some power-ups are punishments that will either waste your time or just risk killing you. I can launch pedestrians around. Where's our victim? Somewhere around this corner. They were nearby. They go. I don't even see them on the map. Yep, because they're in the opposite corner. They're back where I was. How does that make any sense? I'm starting to feel like the AI can just move impossibly fast anytime they're not on screen. I've seen them get stuck, like on top of mountains and stuff. And I'd have to climb the mountain in order to dislodge them. So, I do kind of like this game, but the AI is very frustrating in its behavior. I forgot I had the repulsificator. Now I've got the opponent repulsificator, so I can murder this guy if I'm lucky. Feeling pretty lucky. Yep, killed him outright. Killed them outright. It appears they were stuck against the pillar, and launching them pretty much did all their health bar all at once. Good stuff. So yeah, the introduction of weapons, the slight change to graphical style, the increased silliness, all the pedestrian modifications. Couldn't do that with sprites. Those are fun to see. This is a pretty okay game, in my book. Yeah, this was the last vehicle we beat, and it did get split in half. I just didn't get a good look at it. And this is the mission where you have to go to every corner of the map. Try and kill everybody. Here's the permanent upgrades that I've collected. One in damage, one in power. And our difficulty settings. 4 levels maxed out. Oh, I guess I can't change my difficulty, because this is the day and age where difficulty is like a locked-in decision that is never meant to be altered. Aw, too bad. You can't see the edgelord difficulty names. Oh well. That is more than enough. Carmageddon 2. Thank you for joining me for this weird nonsense. It's perfectly fine. I see why people like this. I kind of like it myself. If this is for you, enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed this short look at what this game has to offer. morbidly curious how much further it goes, like how many more groups there are, and what the other levels have in store. And maybe someday I'll find out. But for now, we're done here. Thanks a ton for joining me. Last stream for a little while. Going on sort of vacation, although it's also something that I have to work constantly through. And then I'll be back for more streams in about a week and a half. So, see y'all for that. And, as always, have yourselves a good one.